It says the more strongly you identify with something, the more strongly we must reject its opposite. Now it says this, what it means. Thus, the strongest, the most oppressive egos belong to the most incomplete of us. So, you worship a person, a movie star, basketball star, a preacher, a leader. You understand what I'm saying? Now, they can't help but have big egos. You worshiping them. See what I'm saying? And you're saying, that's the person I want to be like. You see what I'm saying? That's the person you least want to be like. Because he's the most incomplete. Because the more and more he gets caught in an ego, the more and more he gets stuck in the doggone hologram and the illusion of things. You see what I'm saying? That's the person that you want to be least like. Y'all getting this? See, the whole thing is you got to really humble yourself. Humility is the key. That's why I say, well, hell, I can go on the radio and tell them I got my damn lights cut off. I couldn't do that shit 5 years ago. No, hell no. I say, no. I remember I got out of college and stuff. I couldn't get no job. So, I'll tell you how bad it was. I couldn't get no job. You know, I wear money suits and stuff. So, the woman said, so I go in the restaurant. I know I need a job. Ain't got no money to pay the rent. I don't want to wait no tables because I don't want nobody that I went to in college to come and see the sickness. So I'd rather go and take a job washing dishes in the back. See what I'm saying? So nobody won't see me. See, that's the kind of insanity we have. You see what I'm saying?
Good teaching.
You see the concept? Once you get out of all the fronting, you free. You don't have to deal with shit. You be like, hey, you know what I'm saying? You free.
Right.
You a free man now. And it takes a load off you that you don't have to appear to be something to doggone people. You understand what I'm saying? You are no longer a victim of being interested in what people think about you.
Mental alchemy. Mental alchemy. Mental alchemy. Yes, sir. Let's get it on. Let's get it on. Intuition versus ego. Intuition versus ego. How to tell the difference, baby. How to tell the difference and how to tap into your intuition more. I'm going to give y'all some exercises, some different techniques, and some different things for the family, especially during this 2024 time, so we can actually align with spirit, so we can actually align with our higher self. And I'm going to read some stuff from this book because I want the family to really dive deep into the fold of what's actually happening in the spirit realm. So what's up, family? What's the deal, man? Hey, I'm telling you, dog, this year is going to be a lot of truths revealed, and it's going to show naked ass because in the astral, oh my God, it's going down, boy. Say, hey, just watch when I tell you, it's going to be a beautiful display of truth coming to the forefront. So yes, sir, family. Yes, sir. Dreams and Desires 62. Dreams and Desires 62. And what's up, Instagram family and Facebook family? Y'all come to YouTube. Y'all come to YouTube if y'all got questions, because I can only see the YouTube questions. You feel me? I can only see the YouTube questions. So yeah, let's get it on, family. Let's get it on. Say what's up to the people, babe. You here? What's up?
Peace, family. Happy Friday. Welcome back to another one. Yes, yes.
And another one, and another one. But first, let me talk about this nigga, Willie D. I can't make it up, nigga. I ain't never seen no shit like this. This has to be the worst. Shout out to Willie D. Fuck it, Ghetto Boys, shit. That's what I grew up on. That music, everything. That was me. You feel me? Nigga. So look, I'm at the little Walgreens, right? You know what I'm saying? In the line. It's a long ass line. I'm sitting there like, goddamn, about 7 cars deep, trying to pick up a prescription for my daughter, right? Because she was kind of under the weather or whatever, right? Nigga, so I'm looking on, you know how you scrolling on YouTube and shit, you just like, all right, let me see if I can find some. Boom. Cat Williams. Oh, Cat Williams live with Willie D. I'm like, oh shit, part 2, baby. It's going down, baby. You feel me? I'm thinking I'm about to have a master class, nigga. So I click on it. I'm sitting there listening. This nigga, this nigga Willie D dropped the ball so bad. Nigga, I thought this nigga was Dick Clark, how bad he dropped the ball. I was like, oh my God, I couldn't believe it. This nigga, the first thing he came on and said was Cleveland, Ohio. I'm like, what? Say, and I'm looking at Cat Williams on the phone. I'm thinking like, oh shit, is this live? Did he do this the same time Shannon Sharp did his interview? I'm thinking like this is maybe, maybe they did their interviews at the same time and stuff like that. This just happened and shit. I'm sitting there for 30 minutes. I cut that shit off, nigga. I said, all right, that shit was horrible, trash. I'm listening to Willie D. I'm like, God damn, this nigga consciousness must be really fucked up. Anyway, long story short, I said, let me give this nigga another shot. I said, let me finish the damn interview. I finished it. It got worse. I was like, oh, this nigga started talking about a Houston comic. Shout out to the guy. He is funny. But I'm sitting here thinking to myself, like, what the hell kind of world is Willie D in, boy? This nigga Cat Williams done blessed your game. I'm talking about completely blessed his game. Said, hey, look, I'm going to give you the second one. So you can, you can just drop this shit and spundulate off of the Shannon Sharp. You feel me? This nigga done dropped the ball so bad. Nigga, I swear I said, oh, this nigga, I started thinking about him boxing and shit, and he probably got like CTE or something. This nigga looked crazy, boy. I said, hey, I ain't never seen no shit like that, boy. How the fuck? See, this is all Willie D had to say. All he had to say when he came on, he got Cat. He said, Cat, you in the news, baby, and tell me what's good.
Yeah.
And then it would have been over with. He would have been running it. You feel me? That nigga started with Cleveland, Ohio. Oh, actually Dayton, Ohio, nigga. This nigga Cat was feeling uncomfortable because it's a legend, Willie D. Ghetto Boys. You're like, damn, this the guy. This is who I used to jam when I was younger and stuff. This nigga dropped the ball so bad, niggas was just looking around trying to figure out, should we go in on him? Even at the end, Cat Williams said, you the worst interviewer ever. Chaos in the blood. I felt so bad. So look, then the nigga gets Mark Curry. Oh, I couldn't even listen to 5 minutes of it. I guess I said, all right. Because I keep on giving a nigga a shot. Like, all right, let's see what he got with Mark. This nigga dropped the ball again. Niggas was in that bitch dying listening to that shit. I said, this nigga Willie D gotta have CTE. Chaos in the blood, baby. No wonder that nigga be clapping like this. I thought it was a joke, like he just putting on and shit. That nigga looked crazy. Say, I couldn't believe it, man. Hey, whatever, boy, but nigga could have had that shit really cranked up. He done fucked up. Hell nah, boy. Chaos. What you saying, babe?
I done lost my thought. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, but the Willie D
is going around, boy. That CTE is going around, even in D-Ray. Shit, I don't know. I started thinking about Willie D, and then I caught the CTE. God damn, say. Hey, y'all niggas need to stay away from me with that shit because these niggas out here is automatons. And see, look, this is a beautiful thing. When you see that shit, you can start to really understand the automaton nature of this thing. I'm telling you, dog. I be looking at my brother talking to him, and I be like, damn, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like some of your friends and shit. Some of y'all got jobs and the coworkers. You just look at them and just be like, oh, this is an NPC. This is a non-playable program. This is one of them people. You feel me? Like they literally out here ran off of automation, just ran off of the world. It is absolutely insane. So, hey, that's a good thing to distinguish so you can understand the level of consciousness you're at and then the level of, mind that some of these people have. So you won't waste your time speaking to them. You trying to tell them about conscious shit and all of this. You wasting your time. You wasting your breath. They cannot hear you. They shit is fucked up, nigga. I'm talking about fucked up bad. We think, because they celebrities and stuff, Willie D, he Ghetto Boy, the legend. You sit there and say, okay, well, he been through a lot, whatever, you know what I'm saying? That shit don't miss nothing, nigga. That shit still automaton nature like a motherfucker. For real, for real. So yes, we talking about intuition, but look, I did see an interview which I'm gonna tap into right now because it was absolutely fire. Shout out to Brother Rich. He did a great job yesterday with Rod Hayes. That shit was absolutely powerful, nigga. I said, damn, this nigga Rod bringing that light. You feel me? Real quick, right? So everybody go see that on Black Magic 363 because this nigga Rod done went into something else. And, and basically, essentially, he was saying everything we've been saying. You got to tap into your spirit, get into the gratitude mode, and actually turn something on for this January 15th. Now, the January 15th thing, whatever. I'm kind of like, all right, it's that shit is starting right now because when we put dates on things, we got to understand that there's an energy that's permeating throughout, let's say, a month, and you don't really want to even put a time on it. You feel me? But there's just an energy permeating through this time scale. You feel me? So it could be now till fucking whatever, March or whatever, this energy is permeating. You feel me? But I still get the concept and the idea. So we can tap into the energy on the 15th. Let's get it, baby. Let's do it. And this is something I want y'all to do on the 15th because it is MLK Day, but the spirit had gave me this. Go into creating a sigil on the 15th. Go into creating a sigil on the 15th and then destroy it. If that energy is turning on during that specific time because of the Hindus had tapped into some kind of cosmic order or whatever, cool, bet. Let's hit that divine feminine energy the right way. Through symbols, through sigils, right? Through pictures, right? So we can really impact our subconscious mind. So this is how you're going to do this. I'm about to show y'all right now. Hold on, let me share my screen. Actually, let me pull up the site. Okay. So y'all can all tap into it, you feel me? And really get down with the get down because we're talking about power. We're talking about tapping into spirit. And this is what spiritual workers do. You feel me? You do the work, right? Fuck all the other bullshit. Fuck all the talking. Let's get to work. And this is what we're talking about when we're talking about getting to work. You feel me? We're talking about getting into a space of creating order. You feel me? Boom. Chaos. This website is called chaostarot.com. chaostarot.com. Now, you might have to go through Google and just put in Chaos Tarot and then put in sigil generator. Click that link. You feel me? Sigil generator. But essentially what you want to do is you want to type out a sigil. So let's think of a sigil together, family. What we got? For the 15th, because at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, this is a quick way for you to tap into your knowing. Now, if you don't know, sigils are essentially words or affirmations or sentences that turn into symbols. You feel me? And remember, symbols are the language of the subconscious mind, which is symbols are the language of the spirit, right? When you transition, when you die, there is no goddamn language, English or Spanish or whatever the fuck people want to believe they're going to be speaking. You're speaking in vibration. You're speaking in pictures. You're speaking in, your energy, right? And there is no words, because a picture tells 1,000 words. But more than that, it's just a knowing. It's a feeling. So it's not no kind of, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to just interact like with words. You feel me? Like, hey, what's up, nigga? It's just a presence of being, right? So that's the key to spirit, and that's the key to understanding spirit as well. So let's do give me an affirmation, babe. I know you got the, you need to be having the light. Tell me something good. What you got? Oh,
2024
okay.
is the most abundant year of my life.
Hold on. This thing is acting silly. Okay, now let me see if y'all can y'all see that? Okay, is
Yes.
it there?
Yes.
Why does it seem like it's not moving on my screen?
It's not moving where we can see either.
Hold on, let me see. Okay, how about now? No.
No, nothing's happening.
Huh. All right, let me see. Start it over, family. Start it over. All right, let's see. Let's see if this will work. How's that? There?
Yes.
All right, what you got?
2024 is the most abundant year of my life.
Hey, I like that. Abundant year
Oh, look how it looked like the Baphomet.
of my life. Oh shit.
You see how that looked like the Baphomet?
I see it does. Damn, that
Crazy.
hoe is tapped in and choked off. So boom, you'll get this sigil, right? You'll download this sigil, right? And you'll scry into this sigil. So scrying is just intense staring. You feel me? So you'll stare into this sigil on the 15th or the 14th, because the days and the time is where it is. So instead of speaking the words, you just tap in with your visual cortex, with your psychic power centers. You feel me? You really get it in with your psychic power centers, right? And that does look like the Baphomet. That shit is absolutely fire, nigga. Shit. Chaos in the blood. You feel me? And y'all see the house pointing up? Hey, I can't make it up. You feel me? The house pointing up. That's why the inverted pentagram is the right way. The house is pointing up. That's their house is filled. You feel me? Matter of fact, I'm downloading this because we about to use that bitch. Chaos in the blood. So you print it out, you feel me, and you scry into it. Now, this is the key, and this is where the power lies. After you scry into it, you want to destroy it. So you can burn it, you know what I'm saying? You can rip it up, whatever you have to do to destroy it, because you're just essentially letting it go. You feel me? And freeing it from this third dimensional construct, or from this what you call this quantum realm, right? Energy, and making it into form and particle form in the third dimension. You feel me? So now all of a sudden, instead of it being a thought, you just know that it's here, right? And that's the key. We're talking about now. We're talking about you speaking things into the existence now, but you're being in the presence right now. That's why, boom, on Martin Luther King Day, you want to really tap in and go in with, write out something you are free from. Present tense chaos writing. You feel me? That's important, family. Present tense chaos writing. So if you can get into the present tense of this thing, of your situation, and really be it instead of wishing for it or hoping for something to happen, right? Then it will come into fruition more strongly. And don't worry, I'm gonna get into how it works. You feel me? See, this is the thing. A lot of times we've been tricked into believing that, especially with the prayer situation and in the church, we're believing that we have to pray or give out our energy and wish upon a star, right? But essentially, what we're doing is speaking these words of power and turning on this energy, our physiological language, to embody the energy first. Embody the energy first, right? So now, when you embody the energy first, guess what? You start to move like this person. You feel me? And then, in moving like this person, the adventure starts to take place where you do make the plays down here in the third dimension. See, it's already in the fourth dimension. You're visualizing it and you're seeing it in your mind's eye. But what's happening is you're keeping it in that form of chaos that's not turning into particle form in the third dimension. You feel me? So it's just like a wish for it to come down, right? But if you just start embodying the presence of the quantum, which is, these electrons in your body, the smallest particles in your body, then your body will start to move and gravitate into that new reality. It will be forced to do it. And this is the hard thing for people to swallow. Your body will be forcing you to do it, right? And things might have to be destroyed in your world in order for it to come into form. So you got to understand, you got to stay the course. You got to understand that the energy you're residing with is the good energy, right? People will revert back because, they'll start using these two eyes and things will start falling to the wayside in their reality, right? But the real key is to hold on, stay the course, trust the feelings, right? Your intuition that you have inside, and stay the course so that way your world can actually form into the idea that you've been claiming to be.
I heard
Chaos
somebody
in the
say,
blood. What you say, back?
you can finish your chaos in the blood statement. But that's good. I heard a guy say this. I heard a guy say this yesterday. He said, when you've already set your intentions and you've made it clear about what it is you want, and you start to see adversity, all that, or you start to see the opposite of what you want showing up in your life, all that means is that you are actually in the vortex to manifest what it is you desire. So it's like, if you're not seeing the opposite, then you can't see that specific thing that you want. So we got to have gratitude when we're seeing things that kind of goes against what we've been asking for, because for the simple fact that it's there by law of polarity, that means the opposite, or that thing that we do want, is also there.
Facts.
So I thought that was dope, because he was like, well, he didn't say this, but it's what I took from it. If nothing is happening and you're not seeing anything that looks like what you desire, that don't look like what you desire, then you're probably not in that vortex. You're probably not in that space. But if you are seeing it, then you're one with it. It's only a matter of time before it comes into fruition.
No, that's good, babe. And that's when you have to trust that you are on the right path and that you are in alignment with what spirit has guided you to do. You feel me? Boom. Hey, this is happening this Sunday. Transforming Self. Archetypical energy is going down. D-Ray is going to bring the heat, and myself. But D-Ray is going to really bring the heat because she's been dealing with this for the past few weeks now, and she's been tapping into it. So this class for the Patreon family is going down. Be ready. to get it in, Patreon family. And if you are not a Patreon member, sign up, family, because it's free right now, baby. It's free, and we just trying to share the wisdom with the family that wants to get down with the spiritual work. We are trying to align with spiritual workers so we can all have this cosmic bomb. It's going to take some time, but eventually we're going to find the right tribe of people that know what time it is. You feel me? A lot of times what's happening is there's a lot of people that are just in this thing because it's like a, I don't know if it's a fad or like a something to pass the time, you feel me? But they're not really doing no spiritual work. They're playing because they just want to listen to it. And then one day they might wake up and say, let me go ahead and meditate. No, this is shit is happening all the time. Like D-Ray and I, our lifestyle is spiritual work. That's it. But the reason why our lifestyle is spiritual work is because we see the benefits and we see the understandings outside of us and within. You feel me? So now all of a sudden our whole world is shifted based off of, us doing the spiritual work. Because back then when I wasn't doing no spiritual work, I was a shell of myself. I kept on having these ego-driven thoughts. I kept on moving in the space of like, okay, I can logically think my way out of this thing, right? That shit wasn't working. That shit kept on fucking me up over and over and over again. I'm falling flat on my face trying to figure out what the fuck is wrong with me, right? Until I gave up, until I let go, which I'm trying to help people understand. You got to let go. You got to just say, fuck it, and let it go. That's the only way you're going to get out of the situation you're in. Because you're holding on to the logic. I get it. We all been programmed with the public school thinking and A plus B plus C equals whatever, right? That's not us. That's not our truth. That's not our way of the world. We move how the wind blows. And if you start following this intuition, this knowing, this hunch, these aha moments, right? Then you'll start to be more alignment with your higher self. I can't make it up. Listen to this. Watch this. Let me play this first, and then we're going to get down with the mission. You feel me? Because we got to get down with the work. Hold on. Where's it at? Listen about it.
Now you have been sunk into slavery, or you have actually lost your mind, and you now just regaining your memory. What is actually happening here is this. You had a contract that you needed to doggone fulfill, and you're obligated to fulfill that contract. So now what has happened is your higher spirit is the one that incarnated back down here. So let's say your higher self or your true self have a goal in mind. They want you basically to understand a certain amount of knowledge that is key for itself to wake up. Your soul wants you to understand a certain amount of knowledge that is key for your soul to wake up. But yet you have other agendas. And all of a sudden, when you find these other agendas, no matter how hard you try, they seem to fail over and over and over again. You will understand that your own energy, your inward energy, is making a hostile environment around you because it wants you to liberate it by giving it the keys and the nourishment that can make it grow and illuminate. You getting this? So what will happen is it will actually reject the physical body. And so everything around you will repel from you. You see? And you won't understand what is happening, why your jobs, why all this, and why all this here, and why I can't seem to do this, and why I'm a failure, and all of this, and you can't understand what the hell is going on. It is going on for the simple fact that your spirit's saying, I don't want that shit. I've been down here enough far through many incarnations for the bullshit. So I just don't want another life. I came back down here to do a certain job. So until this damn nigga finds out, we'll both have problems. To the point where as I will even bring him down to death so I can get the hell out of the body and just be a force myself. So this is what's actually happening right now. Why, as I guarantee you right now, most people that came into some type of consciousness
you're having money problems. That's guaranteed. Also, you got to understand some of the other people who seem to do all right is the most dead. You see what I'm saying? You got some people that ain't about shit, but they don't never suffer about nothing. But like the white man. And some black people. That is because their souls are still too young, especially black people. We're talking about us now. Their souls are still very young. And at this particular time, by their souls being very young, they are still intrigued with this bullshit because they haven't gone through it enough. So they intrigued with all the physical bull out there because they haven't been here long enough. But you, or hopefully it's supposed to be you, no matter how much wealth you get, something is still wrong. Something is still not pleasing. And that is because don't negate your contract of what you're supposed to be doing in this particular time.
Yes, sir, the great Bobby Hitman Hemmett. Nigga, I remember one time my intuition was hitting me heavy, nigga. I'm talking about heavy. Me and my homeboys, we at the club, right? And we, driving around trying to find somewhere to smoke and turn up before we actually go into the club. You feel me? Pregame, you know how that go, right? So anyway, we in a nice car too, everything. And my homeboy, he had some money or whatever, right? And I'm telling this thing, I said, J-Mac, you need to, do not park in this bitch head forward because there was like a brick wall right here. I was sitting there telling her, hey, Mac, don't park, Brett, do not park. No, you worried about the wrong thing. Nigga still parked it anyway. Long story short, he still pulls in, right? Head first. Long story short, we in the car pregame and nigga, a whole goddamn other car pulled behind us, jumped the gun. I'm like, oh my God, nigga. I said, nigga, my spirit been telling me this shit since we've been driving, trying to find somebody where to park. You feel me? I'm sitting here knowing like, hey, this shit is different. You know what I'm saying? Long story short, nigga, we had to act like we had the thing on us too, right? So niggas reaching up. We didn't have none. I don't know why we was naked that day. For some reason, shit. We just looked crazy. And it probably was a good thing because nigga, one of my other niggas, this nigga would have came out blasting regardless. So that probably was a good thing because he wouldn't have asked no questions. He probably would have just jumped up and just started shooting at that car, right? And then shit. I probably would have never heard from Dreamwise. Shit, I probably would have been in jail and shit. So my intuition was hitting me like a motherfucker. So they just burn out, right? And now we burn out. And I'm sitting here telling you, I told you, nigga, I told you over and over again. I'm telling you, how'd you know, fo? What's up? I said, nigga, my spirit told me something like that was going to happen. The minute we parked, I just seen it before we even parked. So I knew, you know what I'm saying? There's this kind of, because, we pre-gamed all the time. We not worried about it. We go to the clubs, all that shit, right? But something that night just kept hitting me like, nigga, I'm telling him in the car, while we're in it, I'm saying, hey, reverse, nigga. It's almost looking like I had set us up. Shit, how powerful that shit was. I'm sitting here telling them, reverse the damn car, nigga. I'm telling you. I just felt it. And lo and behold, them niggas came up. I was like, wow.
He probably thinking in his mind, and that's where ego comes in. Because in his mind, his ego like, oh, this nigga ain't about to tell me what to do. He ain't about to tell me how to drive my car.
That's what it was, you know what I'm saying?
That's ego.
That's what it was because, at the same time, you just don't want to be, how black, niggas be like, nigga, nah, you scary and shit. Nothing ain't gonna happen to us. Nigga, what? Like, nigga, to reverse this motherfucker now. You feel me? So that's how that thing works. So let's get into the work, man. Let's get into it. Yeah. Intuition versus the ego-driven thoughts.
I wanted to touch on what Bobby Hemmings said real quick, though, in regards to intuition and ego.
Get it in.
Because this happened to me a few years ago. Actually, it happened right before 2020. Right before 2020, I had went on a job interview, y'all. I really wanted this job. It was a head volleyball coaching job, PE teacher, and the school is literally 3 minutes from our house. I literally could walk to this school. Anytime we drive in and out of our neighborhood, we see this high school. And I'm like, oh my God, I would get a pay increase. I would save on gas. I would be closer to home. I could be closer to the kids. Oh my God, this is the dream job. If I had to have a job, this is it. Y'all, I wanted this job so damn bad. Got the interview. I'm like, ooh, yes. Okay, if I got the interview, I know I'm about to get the job because that's just me. I know if I get this interview, I'm going to get the job. I go in there, y'all. Get the interview, we're talking, and I feel like the interview goes great. You know how you can tell if it's good, you can tell if it's bad, you can tell if you was answering them questions easy. Oh yeah, I was knocking them questions out the park. And then, so I'm just almost 100% sure I got the job. Dream and I, we celebrating. We give each other a high five, like, oh my God, more money, closer to home. We just thinking it's done. A week goes by and I don't hear back from the people. I'm like, why haven't they called me back? I know I killed that interview. There's nobody that's going to be better than me at this job. He was calling the guy was calling my references. He was doing all of those things like that. So I'm like, oh yeah, it's locked in. He ended up hitting me up and saying, hey, we decided to go in a different direction with the job. Y'all, when I tell y'all I was flabbergasted, my mouth dropped. I'm like, what? How could you go somewhere else with a job? How could you give somebody else this job? That's my job. I'm the best candidate. Anyways, I was in my ego because I was like, there's no way possible that you could give somebody else this job. That's what I'm thinking in my mind. I'm like, how, what, why? After a week or so of sitting with it, Spirit came through and told me, you didn't need that job because if you got that job, you would have had way more work on your plate, way more things to do because you're at a new school, more obligations, and you cannot focus on your spiritual work. See, the job that I was at was so easy, y'all. I could meditate in my office how easy this job was, right? I barely had any responsibilities. I could leave early. Every Wednesday I was doing a ritual while I was at that job. And Spirit was like, don't think just because the job is closer, just because it's making more money, that it's going to be a better situation for you. A year later, I ended up being a full-time entrepreneur. That's the difference between intuition and ego. My ego was like, nah, I need this job. It's closer. It's more money. It's this. Spirit was like, nah, you're not getting that job because you're not going to do the spiritual work that you need to do for the purpose that you're meant to fulfill.
Yeah, and Bobby is right, man. Them contracts, we already signed them contracts, and yeah, that's good, babe. That's power. Because yeah, I remember that, and I was like, nah, there's something deeper into the fold in this thing. You feel me? And it's like our body, and this is just for the people that are, the old souls. We're not talking to the new young souls out here that has to get out here and try this stuff. You feel me? You have to ride the roller coaster. If you are one of them new souls, right? Then hey, you wouldn't be able to hear this anyway. So shit. But the ones that can hear this message, the one that does resonate with, right? Trust and believe that your soul is speaking something to you to move into that you have to fulfill in a form of passion. So that's the same thing Rod Hayes was saying yesterday on Black Magic 363, right? He was saying, nigga, you got to fulfill something. So, some of y'all might be at jobs that's making you sick, that might be physically making you sick, that might be ailing your body, but you're sitting there because you're thinking it's the logical thing to do. You feel me? You're sitting there like, all right, well, shit, I just got to stay here and da-da-da-da, right? Afraid to make that jump or to start putting things into play to make the action to do what you are supposed to be doing or destined to do. You feel me? That's the problem a lot of spiritual people have, especially when I'm listening to these consultations. I'm like, dog, I get it. You want to leave your job. You feeling sick. It's something about it that's hindering your body, that's putting you into this turmoil kind of space, right? Well, that means you're going to have to start listening to spirit, listening to your intuition, because your body is keeping the score. Your body is your tuning fork, is attuning you to something that you're not supposed to be in. You feel me? It's rejecting the situation. So now I'm not saying leave your job. I'm saying you got to start thinking and figuring out, okay, spirit, what is my purpose down here, right? What am I supposed to do, right? And in you starting to move into that new divine purpose, right? That's going to help your body start to form and shape into the person you were destined to be. You feel me? So you got to strategically think this thing out. You can't just sit around and say, I'm hoping something happens. No, this is spirit communicating to you. Say, hey, start putting something down. Start taking some kind of action. You're going to have to figure it out, because at the end of the day, you know, everybody's on their personal journey. And if your body is rejecting the situation, then that means you have to exit stage left eventually, or you're going to transition. I'll give you a really good story. I knew I had one of my homeboys, right? His wife had transitioned. This shit was crazy. I was like, God damn. She was at this office job. She had this big office building, like an office manager and shit. She did not like the job. She was in that bitch every day. 6 o'clock opening it, 6 o'clock closing the damn office building. She couldn't stand it, right? Her body was just deteriorating in front of her eyes. But she just was being there because, you know, the fiat, essentially. You feel me? Long story short, she ended up transitioning, and my homeboy was telling me, dog, he was telling me she was so miserable at that bitch. He said she was making herself sick by constantly, habitually, repetitiously going into that bitch, because she wouldn't make the jump, make the assertive effort. And he was encouraging her, leave. Nah, let's fuck it, man. Let's try something else. Let's do something else. You feel me? No. Long story short, stage 4 cancer, quickly gone. 2 weeks. It didn't even spread. Woo, gone. 2 weeks. You feel me? Because spirit is like, let's try again. Hey, let's try this. Nah, let's jump the ship. Let's try again. You feel me? So you got to ask yourself, family, look, hey, I'm not telling you leave your job. I'm telling you start looking at your situation and start looking at yourself, because this is the thing we're talking about, right? In 2024, spirit is going to start showing you a lot. It's going to start signaling to you through your body. You feel me? And really giving you the place to say, hey, this is not us. We can't be getting up, going somewhere, thinking that this thing is going to lead us into something else, and it's actually leading us into oblivion. Chaos in the blood, baby. Huh? What you say, baby?
Chaos in the blood.
Chaos in the blood, baby. You know how it goes. Shit.
I need to continuously wait a second for you to get that chaos in the blood out. But you know, that's the difference between the intuition and the ego, because the ego will have you thinking you gotta be here. You know, right. It's so good. The ego will have you thinking that you don't got no options. The ego will have you thinking like, this is it. This is what this is where I'm at. This is what I got to do. Da 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 da. The spirit, the intuition will start to show you more ways that you could get out of that situation, but you got to be open to it. A lot of times we are egoically stuck. See, that's the thing with the ego. The ego is used to comfortability. So even if that job is uncomfortable, even if that job is not making you feel good, even if that job is not aligned with your purpose, your ego will give you every reason as to why you have to stay. Because the ego wants you to stay the same regardless of what it is. You know what I mean? And so you got to recognize that when you get into spirit is infinite. There is no limitation. So your intuition comes through and says things to you that you would have never consciously thought about. You couldn't even make that up. You know what I mean? How your intuition comes through. It gives you options.
Exactly.
It helps you to see a bigger picture.
Exactly. We don't even got to read that thing. Your intuition is random. Your intuition is something that's beyond this physical. You feel me? Your intuition is not you in a logical pursuit of things. You feel me? It's going to randomly come to you. And you're going to be like, oh, shit. See, your ego, that ego-driven thought is the thought of situations that come up, right? And you like, oh shit, I gotta do this. You feel me? Or that. Let's say like, okay, your mama, right? Your mama got a job, you know when your mama goes to work and stuff, when she gets off. It's raining heavy as hell. It's raining heavy. You like, damn, it's raining heavy as hell. I was like, God damn, what the hell? Right? Your mama driving home. And all of a sudden, the ego creeps in and starts saying, oh shit, what if she get in a car accident? Oh shit, something bad gonna happen. Oh my God, right? Oh my God, something might happen horribly, right? That's the ego. That's what the ego wants you to do. You put logic to situations because you're trying to logically map out the situation. You feel me? So you're like, damn, it's raining heavy outside. My mama is driving home. Logically, you might be like, oh shit, what if car accident, right? That's how the mind goes. That's the mind, that's the brain. See, intuition is something random, something spontaneous coming up where you have to call your mama and it's a sunny day outside. Because she might give you a message that's going to actually spark something that you've been thinking about. You feel me? Your intuition is beyond the logic. It's not it's not no 1, 2, 3 order form, right? Look, I'm telling y'all straight up. Look, all my movie, when I decode all these movies and shit, I'm just sitting there watching the movie. You feel me? My intuition, my spirit gives me to play that in that moment, right? And say, oh, this is what it's about. You feel me? It's talking to me in that moment, clear as day, showing me pictures like this is actually what it's about. You feel me? That's because I attuned my pineal gland, my higher self, my work so much that now I can see beyond the human construct of these two eyes. I'm actually looking with my first eye. You feel me? So now all of a sudden my shit just comes online in the form of just messages. You feel me? Quickly, boom. In the form of pictures, in the form of these hunches, in the form of this this knowing kind of thing, right? This in spirit, this inspiration kind of thing. Even if D-Ray be like, damn, you was asleep the whole damn movie. I said, shit, oh no, that's shit. Spirit just told me it while I was asleep. You feel me? Because that's the realm of the subconscious, and I'm damn near in alpha state anyway. When I'm in damn near theta state, delta state in that bitch. You feel me? So shit, that's the best time to watch a movie. Go to sleep, and then wake up, and yeah, this is what it was about. And I fall right back asleep. She be like, what the fuck is wrong with this nigga? I say, hey, I don't know how to explain it. That's what it is, family.
Get on my nerves. You be putting me right in my ego. I be like, this dude here. Go to sleep, wake up, and want to start asking me, y'all, this is what he do. He falls asleep, and he wakes up mid-movie or towards the end of the movie. He talking about, you know what it's about? Don't start asking me what it's about just so you can turn around and tell me what you think it's about.
Well, that's because my spirit be kind of you know, like I got to share it with somebody. I'd be like, damn, all right, did you get it? You know what I'm saying? I swear to God, I ain't still watch a show of that Stranger Things. What's that show called, Stranger Things? I still ain't watched that bitch. Now, some shit I just completely fall asleep on. I cannot stay up for. What's that movie that everybody wanted us to, that Loki? I'm trying to watch the bitch. That shit's so boring. It's so long. I just be like, fuck. And I just fall straight asleep on that shit. This is a good book, y'all. I can't make it up. We read it in the Patreon maybe 2 years ago, 3 years maybe now. Develop Your Intuition and Psychic Powers. David Furlong. Go get it. It's a real good basic, you know, for beginners type of book, but it's still good because he's still intermediate, basic kind of learning. You feel me? Chapter 8, visual images and intuition. Visual images and intuition. And when we read this 3 years ago, I was reading it. I'm like, damn, this is all the shit I be feeling all the time. Like, what the fuck? Now, you know, you put it into words and all of that other stuff, and it just makes sense. It says, as we have seen, there are 4 ways that we can access information from the quantum realm. That's that realm I'm telling you, where the electron is going into the nucleus and coming out with some light, or coming out with these photons that gives you like this inspiration thing. You feel me? Body sensations or responses, kinesthetics, clairsentience, feelings or gut reactions, right? We know that. Auditory or linguistic input, visual images, intuition. Just like I seen that guy pull up on us, you know what I'm saying, when I was when we was in that parking lot. I was like, God damn, this nigga. I seen that shit. I seen it before it happened. That's what I'm saying. That should be crazy. Is some of the stuff, man, and I ain't gonna even lie, some of the stuff I've already seen before, and I'm trying to figure out how to explain it in this third dimension. Is actually crazy. Like when I told y'all about that Eddie Murphy shit and his everything, you feel me? There's a lot of different things. I be forgetting shit. Man, appreciate that, Rising Vibes. You know, we always appreciate the love. What if your significant other is basic Christian and you are spiritual? Yeah, you know, the religion thing is an interesting thing. As long as you're doing your work, you know, they should be able to respect that. You feel me? And essentially what happens is the respect factor has to be there when you're dealing with, you know, 2 different theologies, right? So if they can respect it, right, they can actually learn from it. And then eventually they might catch on, you feel me, and be like, oh, okay. So, you know, don't look at it like they're hindering, because they could be somebody that actually needs you. It's just taking a little bit more time to wake up. Intuition is defined in the dictionary as an immediate insight or apprehension without reasoning. I believe that this quality comes from the deepest layers of your consciousness, where your spiritual self has accessed some aspect of the quantum realm and gained information about some event or situation. So from the quantum realm, remember, and this is all scientifically proven, you feel me, that we're speaking of. That electron in your body is invisible. They don't know what the fuck it is. They're trying to figure out what it is. They know it's some kind of energy moving, and it basically creates this whole thing that we're calling the third dimension. It creates this illusionary construct we call the third dimension. That electron goes into the nucleus. It goes into what they say is the universe, right? Or this thing, it is called dark energy, which is chaos. You feel me? Which is chaos is just the potential you have inside of you. So it goes into that dark energy and comes back out inside your body to another atom, right? and it emits this thing called photons. But then it's also just, and this is happening faster than the speed of light. So it's something that, you know, we really can't put into, you know, time or anything like that, right? So now as it comes back out, now all of a sudden it comes out with some new information that's, you know, that you can have these aha moments with, you feel me, in this knowing with, right? Which they call intuition, or these visual cortex that pop up in your mind's eye. The problem is we've been trained to think like robots. So things that might seem strange to us that spirit is trying to give us is it doesn't fit in our reality, because we want to stay the course. We want to stay comfortable. But this world wasn't meant for you to stay comfortable, family. You feel me? I just did this in the Mystic Mind Conference. You have to, it's an adventure. You feel me? So back in the day, you was in the forest or whatever, hunting and stuff, and your intuition would be like, there's some kind of lion over there. Let me go move this way. You feel me? So now all of a sudden that instinctive nature that we already possessed has been suppressed. And we want to figure out how to re-enliven it. But since we're so comfortable in nature, right, we've been tricked into running this routine robotic lifestyle where we keep on getting checkups every 4 months and figuring out, okay, I'm good, fuck it. You feel me?
Intuition is really tapping into wisdom, infinite knowledge. It's just being. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Intuition is so important because I always say this: your intuition and that internal guidance will literally save your life. You know, I done had an experience before where my intuition told me which way to go to work. Early in the morning, I'm in the bathroom, fixing up my hair or whatever, and I just have a vision of me going a certain direction to work. It go my ego, because I get in the car and I'm like, this is never the direction that I go. Like, I don't go this way. I know this way is longer. This is what my ego is telling me. My ego wants to stay comfortable. My ego is talking me out of the direction that spirit told me to go through a vision. And so I get logical, right? And I put it in my phone. I put my job address in my phone, and it tells me to go the normal way that I usually go. So my ass ignores my intuition that came through a vision. I ignore it and go the way that the damn phone and my ego tells me to go, because that's what I'm comfortable with going. Mm-hmm. And I'm in the car, y'all. I ended up being, I want to say, an hour late to work. Mm-hmm. Because there was just so much traffic. Multiple accidents on multiple highways, and my job was already like 30 minutes away. So me not listening made me end up being late to this job. But I needed that experience to happen, because when that happened, Spirit got on my ass while I was in the car in that back-to-back traffic. Spirit was like, I told you. Now take heed, because these accidents and stuff that you seeing right here, this is why we tell you which way to go. You know what I mean? We got to listen.
That's good, babe. And then, you know, like, people could have suppressed that intuition so much that it stopped even talking to them. You feel me? So now all of a sudden your shit is all the way turned on because you are a left brain prisoner. You feel me? You done went straight into this left brain, this intellect, this masculine energy, right? Imprisonment that you can't even see or feel yourself out of situations. So now all of a sudden you don't even know how to feel yourself into a situation because you've been trained and programmed so heavy to just use logic and reasoning, right? Which is not our natural way of being. Our natural way of being is moving how the wind blows. It's this feminine energy. And this feminine energy or this matriarchal energy is back online. You feel me? You can see it in everything. Like the female is ruling the world now, right? This shit is over with. You feel me? So that means the great mother energy is back and is showing naked ass. So all that patriarchal war kind of idea of this thing is trash. You're going to have to move with your intuitive knowing, your spirit, because right now it's very, very important to get into alignment with your calling, with your destiny, with the thing that moves you. You feel me? This is about the Passion of the Christ. And that movie comes out today, huh? What's the movie called? With the God. I think they doing like a thing on Jesus or some shit like that. Anyway, I'm gonna watch it, see what it's about, you know what I'm saying? What y'all put it in the chat because I can't remember what it is. But yeah, that movie is coming out. Yeah, the Book of Clarence. Yeah, thank you, Static Shot. The Book of Clarence. Yeah, that movie is coming out. So yeah, y'all be ready because I'm gonna decode it. Where after I see it, you know how I get down, I'm gonna decode it. Okay, where's that? Boom. Sometimes such information appears illogical. Sometimes such information appears illogical, but is later borne out by circumstances. So now the illogical situation that happened, right? Be like, damn, that doesn't make any sense. But then eventually you be like, oh shit, now, oh, I get it. It does make sense now. You feel me? Oh wow, I see why I had to do that. Right? Oh, now it makes sense. I went to the pizza parlor, met this female. Me and this female hit it off. We got married, had kids, and now my intuition and my spirit is moving me into this particular direction that I wanted to be in. You feel me? So that's what I'm saying. It might not. I just had one of my homeboys just moved. This shit is crazy. One of my clients. And he just moved, and you know he was doing the girl thing or whatever, having the girl troubles where he was at. Just moved, nigga. End up finding a relationship. End up getting the girl pregnant, and they are about to live happily ever after. I said, "Oh, that is a beautiful story." I said, damn, the whole time we was going through this process, he moved. He said, fuck it, I'm jumping ship. End up finding the girl of his life after so many years of being in this area, right? End up finding the girl of his life, having a baby just by moving alone. And shit, now they about to live happily ever after. I said, see, that's that shit I was talking about, baby. See, that dream works, baby. Say, hey, all right, y'all know that spirit. Hey, spiritual consultation, baby. Go get it. You know, shit, that be running half of our day anyway. Go get it, baby. I'm telling you. Because, you know, I be tapped in. Niggas be surprised, too. Look, I'm telling you, dog, my shit is bad. I ain't trying to toot my own horn, but you know, I be piercing through people's things, right? Through their energy. And then I'd be able to see and tell them exactly what got us to work with, exactly how to do the work, and you know, everything, you know what I'm saying? And what their spirit is actually calling them to do. Because essentially I just get the channel and then I just give it to them. You feel me? So that's what it be. Many great world leaders have displayed powerful intuitive qualities when they seem to have an uncanny ability to act appropriately in times of crisis. However, most of the time, our intuition acts in less dramatic but still effective ways. We all have an intuitive ability which can give direction to our lives, connecting us to a higher level of guidance. Higher level of guidance. It's a higher form of thinking. It's a higher way to see the world. It's a higher way to be in control of your world. You feel me? Instead of thinking with your brain, you thinking with spirit. You feel me? In this higher sense of thinking. This says visual imagery. Visual imagery. Your visual perception faculty can act in two ways: by creating inner images that either have a symbolic meaning or are factually correct. So that's important. Sometimes the pictures are not going to make sense, and your dreams are not going to always make sense, right? Logically. Symbolically, they're speaking another language to you. They're telling you something that is actually coded and beneficial for you if you can just decode the language. You feel me? So the only way it knows how, and this is everybody's unique language, unique symbolic language, because it's based off of your programming, it's based off of your upbringing in this specific incarnation. You feel me? So now if you are ready to read that language, you'll be in alignment with spirit and understand it. You feel me? See, when I decode these movies, I'm decoding it from the aspect of what's outside of my own divine mind, right? What's in my own divine mind, I'm decoding it, and that's my truth. Shit don't have to be real. You feel me? I make it real. Y'all say, y'all see, and then y'all look at it and say, oh shit, that's deep, dream. Yeah, that makes sense. Because I just intuitively said this is what it is. You feel me? And then it taps into the unconscious collective as like, yeah, that does make sense. You feel me? So then it's like, oh, okay, that's what it is. And that's how that shit works. By projecting images onto your outer world. By projecting images onto your outer world. So that means a picture in your mind is giving you the clues. So are you able to see your pictures? I want y'all to ask yourselves this clearly. Are you able to see your picture? Are you in alignment with seeing these random pictures come to you, right? In the form of images, in the form of even storylines, ideas, right? And are you able to sit with them and hone in on what spirit is communicating to you through them pictures? That is so important, family. I can't make it up. It's so important that it will actually save your life. So you want to start getting into the practice of training that part of you that knows. And here goes a visualization exercise. I want to give y'all this real quick. This visualization exercise. This is in the book, and y'all go get this book. Develop Your Intuition and Psychic Powers. David Furlong. It says, aim to determine your visualization ability. Sit in one of the postures described in chapter 2. So that's just sitting up or whatever, right? Carry out the body awareness exercise described in chapter 2. So the body awareness is just the body scan, Patreon family, or the light scan where you scan your body. You know, you do that before you go into the astral realms. And if you're trying to mindfully go somewhere in your dreams, you feel me, or just invoke lucid dreaming, you'll do the astral light technique where you're seeing the light wrap around your body all the way up and then all the way down. You feel me? And just keep on doing that. That's that astral light technique, just so you can get familiar with the astral realm. See, another thing that I'm hearing from spirit too is that a lot of people are not ready for a lot of this work because they feel like it's a lot. You feel me? Their attention span is not primed for it. You feel me? They just want the instant grits thing. No, this thing takes some time, family. I'm not gonna make it up. This thing takes some time. So if you don't got and the time is not, see, you think it's taking a long time, right? But it'd be 20 minutes. It's just like you going to the gym exercising. It's gonna take some time, baby. You feel me? You just got to do the exercise. If you don't do the exercise, then guess what? It's not gonna work.
And you have to learn to, what you just did right there is intuition, is channeling, is receiving downloads, because you just said another thing I'm hearing from spirit. I think a lot of times people don't believe some of the things that pop up in their heads, and you shouldn't, because some of the thoughts that come up in your head are thoughts you're picking up from the external world. It may be thoughts you're picking up from your environment. It may be a program. It may be anything. So you have to learn to identify when those messages really pop in like that. And they pop in quick and they pop in illogically. You know what I mean? And the more you start to trust it, the better you'll get at it. And the more you'll be able to recognize, okay, I know this is ego because I know how my spirit, I know how my intuition communicates with me. I know how it comes in quick. I know how it comes in random. I know how it says things to me that maybe I wouldn't have, thought of consciously. So that takes practice and that takes understanding. And everybody's intuition communicates differently.
Yeah, good. Yeah.
So what you just did was that.
Exactly. Look at this question right here. Side note, do you got a real job, telework, anything? I do have my real job is what I'm doing right now, nigga. That's the real work. See, that's what I'm saying. I don't know what our life is. See, look, D-Ray and I were, I guess what you say, entrepreneurs, right? But we're just spiritual workers. We are here in this house, cars, situation based off of us sharing our work, doing the work, right? And now all of a sudden, when we share, right, y'all give us money to provide for our life. You feel me? This is our job. What do you talk about? Real job. This is it, nigga. What you talking about? You feel me? See, when I hear that real job shit, you gotta switch your mind. That's what we're saying. What makes a 9 to 5 real? Because the government is cutting the check.
Ooh, you hitting on something, because it's not real.
That's what I'm saying.
It's not real. Like, it's no such thing.
See, that word real might have triggered me. It might have just been action, just on some love shit. But that word real job, nigga. The consultations we do every day. So that's not real. I'm actually saving people. I just told you a story where I save a motherfucker's life. What? That's what I'm saying. That shit, whatever. Cool. I get it. It's still a programming situation or whatever. We are spiritual people, right? That's beyond the physical third dimensional construct. And it might be hard for some people to get the concept of letting go of the world and creating, situations for yourself. You feel me? We go out here and hunt every day. Shit. You feel me?
I tell you, this is harder than a quote unquote real job.
Mm-hmm.
For me personally.
Right.
This has challenged me, being on YouTube, doing consultations and things like that. This has challenged me more than going to a high school, talking to these students and coaching volleyball. That shit was easy.
Right.
Because in this work, the reason why it is even more real to me than my regular 9 to 5 that I had is because this work requires me to look at myself every freaking day. Every day I'm having to look at, certain qualities, personality traits, shadow work, all of that, more than I did at that school. When I went into that school, I could float through there so easily. My archetype mastered the school, right? My natural archetype, who I was born to be, easily, at a school. Who my mama raised me to be, easy. Now, getting on YouTube, I had to develop the quality and the character to become this person. It's more work for me personally.
Right. See, M. Cole, you got to sign up. Go get a consultation from me, baby. Hey, come get a consultation. It's going to cost you some money, but come get a consultation. And then, we'll relay some game for you, because it's not YouTube doesn't pay us. You feel me? Whatever YouTube pays us, that's cool. But y'all are logically thinking this thing through. You feel me? It's not a logical pursuit in this thing. You feel me? We're making it happen based off of spirit, right? Now, obviously, we got things in place, i.e. Patreon, YouTube, supplements, right? Which is a majority of our stuff, right? But in the grand scheme of things, right? Nigga can pull up, like, for instance, we're about to throw another conference. Okay, so now you're logically trying to put this stuff in a situation that's illogical. That's what I'm saying. We're spiritual beings. So you got to get with the program, family. Let me keep on going, because I want to give y'all this visualization. So we got the light, astral light thing, right? Imagine that you are looking at the front entrance of your property and try to answer the following questions. What type of door is it? Right? So imagine that you're looking at the front entrance of your property and try to answer the following questions. What type of door is it? What is the color of the door? What surrounds the door? What type of letterbox does it have? Where is the bell or the door knocker? When you have answered as many questions as you can, go and look at your door closely and see how accurate you were. Now take any household object, such as a vase, and put it on a table in front of you. Look at the vase closely for a few moments and then close your eyes and try to visualize the vase. Open your eyes and check your results. So that's a good visualization technique to try to see things before you even get to them. You feel me? So, like, for instance, if you've never been to your brother's house, right? And, he just moved or whatever, right? And you just never been there, right? Try to visualize the house or the apartment door before you even get there. You feel me? And see if you can tap into that spirit, right? Because spirit has a bird's eye view. See if you can tap into that spirit to train that muscle or exercise that intuitive knowing that will actually start to turn on and turn up for you and start to manipulate your world accordingly. You feel me? So that's going to be heavy for the family to, understand that to the core. You feel me? Yes, sir. Give me some questions and look, boom, again. Transforming self, archetypical energy. Here go the logic. Here goes some logic for your ass, right? Sign up for the Patreon, family. Hey, sign up for the Patreon. It's free right now. Free for 7 days. After that, $8. Yeah, hey, and that's the thing. How the hell nigga transfer $8 into the Spundulate thing, huh? Chaos in the blood, baby. Hey, y'all gonna get this shit. Niggas be trying to man, you gotta let spirit run the show, family. I'm telling you, let spirit run the show and you'll see how powerful you really are. Yes, sir. Give me some questions, baby. Give me some questions. What you got?
What do you think scares people? What do you think stops people from listening to that intuition so long, so deep, that now they feel like they can't hear?
It's just the programming. Essentially the programming. You feel me? The programming is the biggest aspect of it. Like they've been programmed to just live a certain way, which is, there's nobody's fault. We all have been through that space, right? And the thing is, a lot of times, it's just based off of not doing the spiritual work to recalibrate and to deprogram that junk. You feel me? So a lot of people want to stay in their comfortable shoes because they're not ready to actually tap in the spirit and cry and let go and essentially just be free. You feel me? Be in the freedom realm, right? The constraints is on them. The shackles is on their mind, right? Nobody's not telling y'all to leave your job, family. We're not saying leave your job if you in it. You know, if you got to do what's right for you, family. You feel me? D. Ray and I have a basis, a spiritual business that can help us maneuver into this reality. You feel me? So we're not telling somebody to be like us. This has been 6 years in the making. You feel me? So you have to start somewhere. We had to start somewhere. We had to start with 0 subscribers on YouTube too. You feel me? So we're not telling you, hey, just up and leave your job. We're telling you to start putting things into action from spirit that spirit wants you to move you into. And it doesn't have to be YouTube. You're still logically thinking. I'm reading your minds right now. It's not, everybody doesn't have to do YouTube. You feel me? This is just the maneuver that spirit moved us into. Right? You have to be in your own personal gain and understanding of yourself. You feel me? The end. If you can't understand it, then you're going to keep on running into a problem with self, right?
You know what I also think, well, just received from spirit is that a lot of people aren't taking the inspired action. You know, your higher self may be communicating to you on something simple like, ooh, try cooking that tonight, you know, or ooh, go talk to that person. Simple things like that you don't think is important because it's so quote unquote basic. But it be the most simple things that can have the most profound effect on you. And so when you get that spark of inspiration, right, you got to follow that. And that's how you actually build up your intuition. And that's how you actually build up your spiritual communication. It's by listening to what is being given to you, right? And then as you continue to listen more and more and more, your spirit is like, oh, I could trust you now. So now let me give you this. Let me give you this. A lot of you, you know, probably at your jobs, and I don't know why jobs even, you know, came up, but a part of being able to move out of that job and receive a different opportunity, the reason why the answers haven't came is because you haven't listened.
Right.
To the simple things, like go talk to that boss or take off from work today. Or, you know what I mean? Those little things, when you don't listen, you can't get the insight on how to move forward.
Exactly.
That's what it's about.
And look, boom. I just posted a form of income that D Ray and I have, Patreon, right? That's going to help you because it's a reciprocation process that helps us live in our life too. Chaos in the blood. So now, if you want to get down with the family, join the Patreon family. If you ain't been in it, you feel me? Shit, we got over 400 members. Join the Patreon and tap in with the family and just get on with the squad and see what we posting, see what we're talking about. You feel me? And we're letting you try for 7 days because we know our shit is fire. So now if you want to put some logic to it, and look, this is the crazy thing. I started that Patreon maybe 4 years ago. I didn't even know what was, I didn't even know what it was, whatever, right? I just said, all right, I guess this is what it is, right? Nigga, Patreon then became so big now, right? And it became a big thing, I guess, like, one of the big things where people are doing it now. Everybody has a Patreon, right? Then I was like, oh shit, thank you, Spirit. Put me in alignment so it can actually help us in this third dimension. You feel me? Hey, chaos in the blood. So, hey, that's Spirit. You just following Spirit and saying, oh, okay, there's this new thing called Patreon. Cool. I just created it and started posting on that bitch, and now all of a sudden, here we are. Chaos in the blood, baby. All right, what else we got? Oh, there was a lot of questions. Hold on, let me answer some of these. Danielle said, how do you get away from spiritual bypassing, spiritual masturbation into spiritual work? Essentially, you gotta try this shit. You feel me? I just gave y'all so many rituals, Danielle. You know, you're a Patreon member too, baby. You feel me? You just gotta simply keep trying this stuff over and over. So the best thing is routines. Routines is the best thing for anybody going. If you can find a routine and just hit that shit into oblivion, eventually it's just gonna be your normal everyday thing.
Get encoded in your DNA. That'll be you.
Right. Now it's gonna be you, right? Mm-hmm. So let's say, you know, you can wake up, let's say you have an hour, let's say you got a job at 9, you're single, you have a job, your job starts at 9, right? Every day, force yourself to, every day at 7:30, force yourself to do some kind of spiritual work from 7:30 to 8:15. Let's say that. Every day, just force yourself. And then eventually what's going to happen is going to just start adding up. You feel me? It's going to be like, oh shit. And then something's going to awaken inside of you. And then you're going to be like, oh, God damn. And then eventually you're going to be like, nah, I just got it. I can't even do nothing else but that first. Because you're going to know something has worked and something has shifted you into a new reality that you're like, damn, okay, thank you, Spirit, I get it, right? And the inner world is going to start to feel good. Nigga, I wake up with joy in my heart. You feel me? So now all of a sudden the feeling of just love and all of this stuff is encompassing my being. I used to wake up nervous as hell, boy, a shell of myself. Have to take drugs before I even leave the house. Guns and shit, nervous all the time, right? That's not no way to have your physiological language. The reason why Spirit put me in that situation is because I had to go to the extreme feeling of the bitch to come back down here and have this awakening where I go definitely to the opposite extreme, right? And actually do the work. You feel me? So I was built for that shit because, you know, that's what gods are. They built for situations that's going to help somebody on the other side, which I'm doing right now, which is living out my purpose now.
You also got to get fed up, though. You know, depending on where you are in your spiritual journey. I know at the beginning of my spiritual journey, I mean, the way my mind was working, the chaos that was happening in my mind, I didn't like it. It was unhealthy. And so I was fed up with thinking a certain way. I was fed up with certain programs running my life. And that's what led me into consistent meditation. And then once you do that, whatever issue you were dealing with, that gets resolved, but you activate even more stuff. I remember, y'all, when I first started meditating day in and day out, I want to say I meditated every day for a month straight. I was struggling financially at the time. And out of nowhere, so many job opportunities came to me just because I started doing spiritual work. So a lot of times you may be dissatisfied with specific areas in your life, but the reality is you ain't that mad about it. You're not that dissatisfied with the job, because if you was, you would meditate more to get more insight on how to use the job for your growth, for your expansion, which would open you up to receive new opportunities. So you got to get fed up. You got to get tired of your reality as it is.
Hey, and this is the crazy thing too. We can only tell you, you feel me? We can't force niggas to go do the shit. You feel me? We can't be like, oh, let me force these boys to do the work. You got to sit at, I can't be in your house and say, hey, go close your eyes and and try this astrolite thing. I'm just telling you what worked for us. You try it and shit, and that's the biggest thing. You feel me? You got to keep on moving through it because we know. You feel me? We're in the know. Hold on, I missed one of the questions. Wait, it says, why are so many of us procrastinating when it comes to using magic? That's the thing, Adora. And that's none of my business either. Because at the same time, all I can do is share with them people that know, that's in the know, like yourself, Adora, right? And a few other people. Everybody else is gonna be skeptical because they're not in tune with their spirit. They're in tune with their logic. So now, when you're in tune with logic, you're just gonna be ran off of automation. You feel me? You're an automaton, and automatons move with the world, right? Instead of saying, you know what, this doesn't fit into my character. I'm not supposed to just work a 9 to 5 and then come home and watch TV and to keep on doing the same thing. You're in a damn repetitious movie. You're in a cyclical cycle that's making you sick. You feel me? And it's putting your whole being into a travesty. So you want to be able to step back, hone in, right, on what's going on with you and have this self-reflection piece for self. You feel me? And really tap into it. What else we got? What else? Appreciate that, T-Love child. Appreciate the love, T-Love child. Bless you both. Dream, I laugh every time you say the N-word. God damn. Hey. And see, that's the funny thing. I don't even know I be saying it. I just be in this bitch. You feel me? When are you doing the womb alchemy class? Babe, that's question is for you.
Yeah, we're going to do a live womb alchemy in March. Dream and I are going to be teaching a class together in February too. That is about to be a lot of fun. So y'all get really ready for that. But I wanted to just touch on that question about why we hesitate or procrastinate on using our magic. You know, another reason why is because of confidence. If you knew that what you were going to do was automatically going to work, you wouldn't procrastinate. If you knew that you could not lose and you were going to be successful no matter what, you wouldn't procrastinate. Like, well, you doing it right now. I'm doing it today. If you knew you could not fail, you would go for every single thing you desire. So that's the key. We got to get into a space where we know that we cannot lose. There is no losing. And this takes doing the shadow work and the emotional work and all of that stuff like that. It absolutely does. But we got to just stay in it. Stay in it. Keep trying. Not even trying. Just keep doing it. And as you're doing whatever it is you're doing, affirm to yourself that it is working. And then look for the proof. That's the key. Facts. You got to start looking for the proof that what you are doing is working.
Facts on facts.
Yeah. Yeah.
Boom. Again, it's happening. Sunday, this Sunday, Patreon family, Transforming Self, Archetypical Energy is going down. Free to the Patreon Chaos family. This Sunday, it is going down. You want to tap in with the family and get down with the get down because it is going down, and we are going to bring the heat. And I'm talking about some of the stuff we've been talking about. Oh boy, it is absolutely life changing. So so if you want to change your life, this is the class you want to be in, 9:30 a.m. Central Time, because then we're going to give you plays and understanding your archetypical energy and how to transform it so you can invoke a new energy to become a new. You feel me? So it's going down this Sunday. And then also, Patreon family, you know, we're going to have the book club tomorrow, same time, Saturday, 9:30 a.m. Central Time, baby. Let me take this last question. Do headaches happen when we start doing pineal work? I don't remember having headaches. I can't remember having headaches. No, I don't think so. It may be everybody's body different, so you know how they go.
You can't say absolutely no.
Right. No, I'm not saying absolutely no. I'm saying everybody's body different, but I just don't. Me personally, I don't remember having headaches. You feel me?
But that's where the conversation between intuition and ego again comes into play, because you can start telling yourself, "I am infinite being." Yeah, this headache is because my pineal gland is opening up. You can tell yourself that and then believe it. And then before you know it, you start seeing shit. You know, like.
Yeah, that's good, babe. That's it. That's thinking outside of the box. Thinking outside of the box. Hey, y'all know what it is, family. Like the video. Y'all know what time it is. Peace to the gods.